Kia ora koutou katoa, and thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today with gratitude and humility to address this Assembly for the first time. As I stand here, I am mindful of the rich history and responsibility that comes with being a representative of the people. Today, I would like to share not only my journey, but also the principles and vision that guide my commitment to serve New Zealand. Thank you to those supporting me from the gallery, and thank you to those that are watching me at home, including Ricky and the kids who had their very first day back. Even my own kids don't get a free pass of school today, same as Andrew. Looks like we're setting the example. Firstly, I extend my sincere congratulations to you, Mr. Speaker, on your well-deserved appointment. Having been a resident in your old electorate for most of my life, I can attest to the respect and esteem you hold among our fellow Cantabrians. I begin with a timeless truth. All that glitters is not gold. A quote from Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. While not the grandest of utterances, it has lingered with me since my 7th form English class, and I hope to explain how it holds special relevance for those of us entrusted to make decisions for this country. I was born and raised in Christchurch, a beautiful city with the ocean to the east and the mountains to the west. As kids, we enjoyed many days exploring the Canterbury Plains, swimming in the Ashley River, and beach days at Spencer Park. I am proudly one-eyed, and I say Christchurch is the best city in the world, the home to the Crusaders. Would this be a speech to Canterbury without a plug to the Crusaders? And many great sporting greats. A city that in the face of disasters has only strengthened the local spirit. It sets a benchmark for community resilience. Growing up, the family dinner table was a forum for spirited discussions on policies of the day and visions for New Zealand. My parents, each with distinct political values, mirror the diversity of ideas in this room and throughout New Zealand. My father, William, or Bill as he is known, a proud Englishman with traditional conservative views, migrated to New Zealand in the early 80s, seeking the island paradise lifestyle, working as a sales rep and then a general manager in the food and beverage industry. In contrast, my mother Sharon, with a childhood marked by challenges, became a small business owner at 20 when she opened her own hair salon. Both my parents have the entrepreneur knack and have started their own business together in the 90s. As the eldest of 3 children, I enjoyed a childhood filled with opportunities and support. My parents instilled in me the values of hard work, personal responsibility and determination. These principles became the bedrock of my character. In fact, my first job was possibly age 10, sweeping the hair off the floor at my mum's hair salon. Now, before my colleagues that are politically left scream child labour, don't worry, I was paid really well. I got a box of Just Juice, Freddo Frog and some change to go play the Pac-Man at the fish and chip shop next door. After graduating Burnside High School, everyone from Christchurch can tune out if you're watching, I embarked on a Bachelor of Arts at University of Canterbury. These years were a time of exploration. I guess you could say that I was actually studying a Bachelor of Socialising. I had no distinct goals. During my second year, a life-altering accident shattered my left wrist and my hand. The forced downtime prompted a reassessment of my goals and aspirations. Facing the challenges of recovery, I pivoted towards a career in pharmacy, completing my pharmacy tech qualification. Working in community pharmacy introduced me to the diverse realities faced by individuals dealing with serious health challenges, fostering an empathy and strengthening my connection to the local community networks. Marriage to Ricky marked the beginning of a new chapter. Together we made career changes, moved to Auckland and joined the family business FSN and transformed it into a national venture, providing evacuation schemes to buildings and emergency response plans to businesses. These years, while challenging, with enormous professional development, were immensely rewarding, emphasising the importance of hard work and determination. Now, as a parent of 2 children, I've learned the delicate balance required to navigate the demands of work, family and community. Mum and Dad, I now understand what it's like to be the family taxi driver, taking the kids to rugby, cheerleading, basketball, hockey, the list just goes on. The invaluable experiences gained in the pharmacy, coupled with my role as an evacuation consultant in the family business, exposed me to the challenges faced by everyday New Zealanders striving to do the best for their families and themselves and their communities, especially our small business owners. Working as an evacuation consultant, I had the privilege of being invited into almost every kind of worksite that you can imagine, from factory floors to hotels. I've literally been paid to help businesses navigate the red tape that has emerged from this room. And I accept there's an irony in that I'm now standing here for the ACT Party. The fact is, rules and regulations are crippling innovation and growth. The trajectory of health and safety measures has shifted from lack of accountability to an absence of common sense. The fundamental right of the individual to work and go to work and come home safely is indisputable. However, the proliferation of the pointless tick-the-box exercises not only poses a significant financial burden on businesses, but regrettably fails to translate into less incidences and serious accidents resulting in death. Contrary to expectations, statistics reveal a concerning uptick in serious workplace incidents and fatalities. This begs the critical question: how can this worrying trend persist despite excessive safety protocols? It's imperative that we have the settings right to tackle the workplaces with appalling health and safety and let the rest of us get on with it. All that glitters is not gold. Sparkling sounding, well-intended legislation incorporating words such as fair, clean, new, safe in the title has often proved not to deliver any real meaningful change, and often worse, has had an unintended negative outcome. There are also unintended winners from regulation: big business, who can easily afford to implement complex protocols, enjoy the fact that smaller would-be competitors face barriers to open and grow. And of course, there's my own sector. I've watched as others in health and safety compliance lobby for more rules and more complexity, with the sneaking suspicion that the increased workstream isn't an unintended cost, but instead the whole point. I suspect this dynamic will be familiar to other sectors, whether it be tax, compliance, or resource management. But I've spent too much time talking to small business owners that are financially and psychologically battered by compliance costs while they try and deliver vital services on the thinnest of profit margins. These people are heroes. They aren't fat cats. They are you, the butcher, the hairdresser, the tradie, the baker, the beautician. They are the everyday Kiwis. Within this context that I find my calling to public service, I am honoured to stand here today as a representative of the ACT Party, this Parliament's champion of individual freedom, equal opportunity and limited government interference. If all that glitters is not gold, then what actually is gold? For starters, education. Every child deserves an education tailored to their unique talents and interests, and it's time our education system reflected the needs and wants of our communities. We need to transform the landscape of learning, encouraging diverse educational approaches. With initiatives like Partnership Schools, we empower parents, students, edupreneurs, iwi, to forge a new educational path. Small businesses, the lifeblood of our economy, will excel in this House if we allow them. By unwinding regulation, we can foster a dynamic market that positions New Zealand globally as it's open for business. To my colleagues of the ACT Caucus, I want to thank you for your warm welcome and camaraderie. It's a privilege to work alongside individuals with such diverse skill sets and experiences, united in a common mission. I extend my thanks to the ACT Board and their trust in me, and of course to David, whose tireless commitment to freedom inspires us all. My heartfelt appreciation goes to my family, Mum, Dad, Ricky, Mahe and Amelia. Your support means the world to me. I'm sorry, Mahe and Amelia, for making you stand on the corner near school during the campaign and wave those bright pink signs. Hopefully the shame has dissipated over the holiday break and you're good to go back to school. I want to remind you, however, that while I'm committed to serving the people of New Zealand, I am firstly committed to serving you. Mahe and Amelia, I hope to make you proud. To my friends, including those present today, I extend my gratitude for your unwavering support, countless hours of engaging conversations, and boring you guys with political debates. Despite the divergence in our political perspectives, your steadfast support for me remains unchanged. Thank you for your flexibility in the many social cancellations I made during the campaign and am now likely to make for the rest of my time here. To the ACT Party members, donors, volunteers and support crew, your extraordinary efforts and your extraordinary efforts are the reason that we are here today. To the voters, I stand here today because of your trust and support. I'm dedicated to represent you and your interests with integrity and passion. To my fellow candidates and the Banks Peninsula electorate, I commend you for the spirited debates, your collegial spirit, and I want to congratulate Vanessa Waynick, who actually secured the seat. Thank you. To my fellow ACT candidates who did not secure a seat this time, particularly the Canterbury-based candidates, Matt and Keita, Ben, Tony and Ross, I wish you all the greatest success in your future endeavours. A special acknowledgement to Tony Severin and Ben Harvey for their guidance and influence in my journey. Tony, your encouragement to become an ACT candidate has been instrumental. I thank you. And to Ben, thank you for steering me away from the socialists during our younger years. Whilst we may have not always agreed on politics back at the University of Canterbury, the core libertarian ideas that we did discuss would find a place near to my heart as I travelled through life. To conclude, may our shared endeavours usher in an era in New Zealand that we don't just thrive on opportunity, but we resonate with the profound wisdom shared by my 10-year-old son Mahe during his speech as his kaiarahi Māori leader at his kura. He kaha a ki tātou he kotahi. We are stronger as one. Thank you.